installers craziness. Why am I saying that? Because I'm at the Christmas light store and there's craziness. And I'm down here and you can see there's Christmas lights everywhere down here in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. And this is the time of year that it starts to get crazy. This is the week before Thanksgiving, and this is the time that everything goes nuts. And what I mean by that is this is the time of year that we get very, very busy. And this is the time of year that things, I know a lot of people have been messaging me, messaging Donovan, and I'm starting to see you're like, I'm excited, I closed my first job, and it will come. If you're just starting out, I've had guys that have done very well, and they're closing lots of jobs. I've had guys that have not had such luck and they haven't closed as much. And so this is some things I want to hit on. This is the week before Thanksgiving when everybody is wanting everything. And so, we got the minis, we got the pure white, and, we just got to make sure that when we are doing our Christmas lights, that we don't go down on our price. And if we have to, that's one thing. It's getting crazy in some scary jobs, and that's one of those things that, you might have not closed them yet. Follow up with these people, because this is the week that everybody wants to get them done before Thanksgiving. And you can put scarcity on them now. If you want to be up by Thanksgiving, you better get booked, because we only have a few slots open left, and then we will be completely full and we will not get any more customers after that. So we want to make sure that we are using this week for us, not against us. Again, we're not saying, hey, we'll lower my price for Thanksgiving if you want them up. No, if you want them up before Thanksgiving, because remember, we're selling emotion. We're not selling the beautiful Christmas lights. We're selling what comes along with this. We're selling what the feeling that this gives people inside. And so these are the things that we are selling for Christmas lights. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments here, and I will get to your questions. But I've had several people have some really good jobs, close some really big jobs, $3,000, $4,000 jobs, $10,000 jobs. And yes, people will pay 10 grand for stupid Christmas lights on a residential house if you find the right customers. Now, I've had people say, Jason, I would never pay $300 for you to do around my window. And you know what I sent him? I sent him a message of, you're not my customer. You are not my customer. If you're not my customer, I don't want you. And I don't want your friends either. I want the people that are willing to pay 10 grand for beautiful Christmas lights, 4 grand for beautiful Christmas lights, 2 grand for beautiful Christmas lights. And that is who I want. Them are the customers I want. Those are the customers that will keep coming back year after year. If they can't afford it, that's not my customer. So just remember, who is your customer? Who are the people that are willing to buy Christmas lights? Also, I've seen a lot of people hit on that, the price of material have gone up. Yeah, they've gone up because it's gone up everywhere. And a lot of these distributors, if they have it in stock, that means they have shipped it in. That means they have flown it in, not just shipped it in, because they have flown it in from China. And so yes, cost is up. And so those are some things that happen when you wait and do that. Hope you're having fun on your little getaway. I am having fun on my getaway. But let's just make sure that, when we're dealing with Christmas lights, that we are charging enough, we getting our supplies in. And I think right now, way it's looking, the way I see it, I don't think we're going to run out of supplies this year. Are there things that we might run out? Yeah, there are some things that we are going to run out of, but I don't think we're going to run out of everything like we did last year of no reels. When reels get short, that's a problem. And so we want to make sure that you have enough stuff. And so, make sure you order your stuff, that you get it. If you pre-sell it, make sure you get it. I know there's been a shortage of minis. And so, that's something that we got to work around, is being short on minis. And we don't want to be short on minis, obviously. We want to make sure that we have full of everything. And so those are some things that we got to do. But again, go out there and get selling. If you've given out bids and you haven't followed up on them, you're missing out. You have to follow up, and not just one time and be done. We need to follow up with email. Send 2 or 3 emails. Send 2 or 3 texts. Call them, because a lot of times you will find out in your follow-up process that if you don't call them, they never receive the quote. And if they don't receive the quote, it does us no good. And so if you've got lots of bids and lots of stuff, then try to automate this stuff. There's a way to automate this stuff so that way it can be automated, so it just automatically comes out there. And this is important, because this is what will help us keep growing our business. This is what will make us grow and get more customers and have more lights and more money in your pocket. But make sure that we are following up. Again, don't just follow up one time and be like, nope, they said they never responded to me, Jason. If you sent out 20 quotes, sit down, do a form email, and then send out 20 different emails. If you don't have a system, if you have a system, then make sure that system is following up on your emails. You have, and do text. You can do, it's Easy Text. No, that's not the name. I'm trying to think of the name of the text service. There's a text service out there, TEXT, text service, that will send out all these texts for you. So then that way you can make sure that your texts are going out and making sure that you are getting people to respond. So definitely make sure you're doing your text services. Make sure that you're following up, guys. If you paid to get those leads, follow up. Now, here's another thing I want to hit on: how to get leads. A lot of people have been struggling on getting leads. And I know you can read into a group and it says, just do good work, referrals, good work, referrals. Well, if you don't have nothing starting out, good work, referrals isn't going to do too good for you. It might get you 1 or 2, but that's all it's going to get you. You got to go out there and make those referrals happen. How can we do that? We can do it through Facebook. We can do it through Facebook Lives. We can go live on Facebook and show people and then share it into the groups, into the neighborhood groups. Now, the neighborhood groups we're wanting to share it into is probably not the yard sale groups. We want to try to find the groups that are the nice neighborhood groups. For instance, we have probably 30 neighborhood groups in my area, but I'm only going to post it in 2 or 3 of those areas. Why am I only going to post it in 2 of them? Because one is called Treetops. It's the minimum houses in there about $250,000, $300,000. That's where I want to be at. The next one is up above that, Twilio. Yes, Twilio will send text messages out for you that you can use to send it out there. Mass text. And so those are some things that we want to hit on to make sure that we are doing that. Another thing we need to do, once we get these light customers, we need to make sure we're getting reviews from our customers, like ASAP. Don't wait for the end of the season to try to get a review. Try to get that review the first night they see that and send it. Hey, is there any problem with your lights? First off, and 2, if they look amazing, will you please send me a 5-star review on Google talking about how beautiful your Christmas lights are? Did you see what I did there? That can help you grow your business. Those are some things that will help you get 5-star reviews and will help you get other businesses. That if you can get your Google My Business up and running and doing really well, it will bring leads in, and it will bring lots of leads in. And so that is a thing that making sure that we are getting those 5-star reviews from our customers on Google, because if we can get them there, then when people are searching for Christmas lights installers, you will show up. If we don't get them there, then you're not going to show up, and you're not going to get any leads off of your Google. Make sure we're putting pictures up on our Google. Make sure that we're doing all our pictures, and we're naming those pictures, and we're geotagging those pictures, and we're doing the things that we need to do to make sure that we are getting more referral business from Google. A Google review can be just as important as a referral. It really can. And you never know which review Google's going to show, and that could be worth, $10,000 at the end of the day, $20,000. You don't know how much that review is going to be worth. If y'all have any questions, put them down in here in the comments, and I'll hit on them as they come up here, as I'm talking here about beautiful Christmas lights. So I'm actually down here because me and my wife had our anniversary last month in October. October is crazy. I did a training class. I was in Raleigh for 4 or 5 days. I was in Nashville a couple days. We got soccer stuff, and so that's why we always do our anniversary in November. So we've been married 14 years. And this is why we are down here. She's actually shopping, spending my money now, or her money, whatever money you want to call it. If you're married, you know what I mean. But definitely check out and make sure that you are getting your reviews. Enjoy your stay. The place is amazing. I used to live there. Yes, it is. And even across the street here, look at them beautiful tree wraps over there. They got a big old tree up there that they got up there, so it is pretty cool. Even they got it all lit up down here. And these are some pretty cool lights. They sell them in here. I don't know anybody else that sells them. They're like a cluster light, and you can see right here, they're like a little cluster light right here. There's like a whole bunch of them, and they're like a little cluster lights, and so them are pretty cool. Again, if you need any lights, you can go to christmaslights.io, and you will help support me and my channel, no extra cost to you. You can go to christmaslightshelp.com. There's some links on there that all those links will give me affiliate. It costs you no extra. Both of them work well. If you want to learn more about Christmas lights, I have all my training on Christmas lights. It's a little old last year. The only thing different is kind of the clips that I show, but it will show you how to grow and start your business. If you do that, I'm also giving you a free website as long as you're a member of it. So you can always get that free website that I will upload for you. It looks amazing. If you want to see what it looks like, you can actually go to libertychristmaslights.com, and there you will see what that website looks like, and it'll look a lot like that. So them are some things that you can do, and that way you can learn how to do professional Christmas lights and all of that good stuff. Next year, Donovan and myself and Fred will be having it'll be a whole university type thing of having everything up for Christmas lights. We didn't get it done this year because of time crunch. We didn't plan it well enough to get it executed, and so that's why it didn't get done. But Christmas lights are definitely a lot of fun. Christmas lights are definitely they're definitely Tony Cave actually sent me a message, and he's like, man, I'm so thankful you got me into this business. And I've had a couple other people. I talked to Jason Murphy a couple weeks ago, or last week. I'm probably actually going to go down there. And that's another thing. If anybody lives within an hour or two, maybe 3 of me, and would like to do a ride along with me, where I come up and I just kind of take video and talk to you, and may help a little bit, not too much, but I may help you some. Let me know. You can either comment below after this is over, or you can message me. You can go to Facebook and message me, and that way I'll come up. I'm actually going to have a couple videos coming out this week with old Fred that I did last year. I never put them out, and I forgot about them. And I was going through my old videos, and I was like, oh, I never put these up. And so one's about garland, and the other one will be about stake lighting. But them are some things, if you want to do a ride along with Jason, I can come up and ride along with you and give you sometimes I might give you a few tips or 10 and make sure that you're doing it fast and efficient. But from here, you got any questions? Any Christmas night questions? Ask away. That way I can start. Otherwise, I'm going to jump off here and go inside where it's nice and warm, so that way I can get warmed up. But again, if you're looking for a Christmas light website, all you do is sign up. You can even if you're a member of Pressure Wash Help or Christmas Lights, either one, it will work for it. And you can just go to the Christmas light section, fill out it'll say Christmas light website, fill out all the information. There is quite a bit of information that I need, so go check that out. Well, you can do a ride along with me. I probably will be doing a ride along with DJ to get video, since he's local to me, and that way I can make fun of him when he's up on a roof. And I won't do that to you. I only do that to people that I like a lot. And so I do make fun of sometimes. Actually, I'll make fun of Fred too, and Donovan, because both of them are fun to make fun of. But it's just, they make fun of me, so guess what? It's all good fun. But make sure that you're growing. Hello, Jason. Busy times between washing and installing. Awesome. It is busy time. This is the crazy time of year that once you start your Christmas light business, this time of year is nuts. This is the time of year, this week and next are usually your two biggest lead flow generators, or your lead income. You know, people talk about, I got 100. If they're saying they got 100 leads last week or two, they'll get 200 leads per day coming up, because this is when everybody is trying to get Christmas lights. This is everybody trying to do anything. So like I said on the other live, on that Christmas light site I did for Liberty Christmas Lights, there was a lot of, we have had 20 some leads within the last 2 weeks. So it is a good converting site. People will put their information in, and that's what is important. And so once people put their information in, this is something that you can do. All my installs people want me to wash their house for. All these people that are doing this and putting in this week will probably get 3 to 4 times that coming up the week before Thanksgiving and the week before that one. Them are when your main leads are, because everybody wants them up before Thanksgiving. And if you're booked out through Thanksgiving and they want them up, put a 50% upcharge on them. Hey, if you want them before Christmas, it's going to cost you 50% more. Otherwise, it's going to be the week after Thanksgiving. And not just a 25%, because all that's going to do is make your life hell. Do a 50% up cost, so that way if somebody wants Christmas lights the week before Thanksgiving, they will pay it. They will pay it, guys. I promise you, they will pay it. People are crazy when people think about Christmas lights. So make sure that you don't just do 20%. What's that going to do? That's just going to make your life hell and craziness. And now you got to work a Saturday or a Sunday and not make any money. I want you all to make money. My goal is to make you all money. Here's one last thing. If I don't get any more questions, I'm going to hit on of asking, how do I get my average ticket up? How do I get my average ticket higher? And so what he had put on there was option 1, this, option 2, this, option 3, that. And it just didn't look very professional. It didn't look very Christmassy. It just looked kind of blah. So what I told him is try to make those packages special. You know, if you want everything lit up and it's like this, it's decked out everywhere, that's the Christmas wonderland, right? That's everything. That's the whole 9 yards. If you just want the little Santa, that's just the roof line. Little Santa's just the roof line. All we're going to do is the roof line. Little Santa, the roof lines. If we want, you know, big Santa, might be the roof line and a wreath and maybe yard stake lighting. And can help you get your higher tickets up. This will help you get your packages, so that way when you do packages, it can help you. And it sounds Christmassy, and it sounds like, do I want to be a little Santa, or do I want the Christmas Wonderland? I want the Christmas Wonderland. That just sounds so good, and that just feels so good. And I want my house to look like the one. I want it to look amazing. So this is why we want to do our packages, to try to get our ticket up. And this is how we can get it up. We can itemize things and let them do it that way. We just got to make sure that we got to make it simple, and we want to make it Christmassy. The more Christmassy we can do it, the better off. The more we can get on that feeling of how good it feels, that I want the Christmas Wonderland. Or maybe you do Griswold. Do you want Griswold? Do you want the Griswold special? That's all out. You could do the Winter Wonderland. That would be the ridge lines. That would be a reef, and that might be some stake lighting. The Griswold look is the gingerbread. That's the whole house gingerbread, the roof, the peaks, the lights on the bottom, the lights on the tree, and that's called the Griswold, right? We can do things like that. We can make it a special package, so that way when you make it special packages, those are some things that you can do to help upsell. This is things that will raise your bottom ticket up. This is some things that, we can do things that will make our average ticket to get up to that $1,500, $1,600, $1,700. These are the things that you can do to get that ticket higher and higher, because that's our goal. Our goal is to get that $2,000 ticket, to get that $2,500 ticket, and it can work, guys. There's people out there right now, I know, that are putting a $2,000 but minimum out there, minimum of $2,000. So you can go out there and start raising your prices, get them tickets up. And this is why I want you to charge that $8, $10 a foot. If you're at that $6 a foot, you're not making a lot of profit at the end of the day. You're making okay money, but you're not making profit. You're not making money that you can reinvest into your business. You can't go out there and buy leads. You can't do Google AdWords. You can't do the things you need to do to be able to get customers. Because here's the thing, if it costs you $100, $200 per customer to buy a customer, but that average ticket is $2,000, well, who cares about that at the end of the day? Because here's the other awesome thing about those $2,000 customers versus those $700 customers. Those $2,000 customers will come back every year. Those $100, $700 customers, they're probably not coming back next year. And that's another thing. I was talking to Jeremy Cockerman the other day, and he actually had a tree with a bunch of minis on it, and it wasn't working. And so he texted me, and I called him, and I troubleshoot it for him to tell him how to figure out what was the cause. And I'll tell you what the cause was and how he figured it out. But before I hit that, I want to hit on one thing that he does, and I did the same thing. Give a 10% discount every year for a 3-year contract. If you do a 3-year contract with us, I'll give you 10% off. So if you're at $8, $9 a foot, and it's 100 feet, so that's $900, 10% ain't that much. $90, you're still at $800, you're still at more than $8 a foot. Or if you're at $8 a foot, you'll be at $8 a foot, you'll be, $80 off. So it'd be $720. You're still making money, and then you do 3-year contract, and most people do it. For him, everybody comes back. And so that is a way to get people back and a way to get your average ticket up. So what happened? So these are the mini lights he had. These are just regular old mini lights here. If I can pull one off here. Actually, these aren't the exact same. These are a little different. What happened is the whole tree all the way up was completely dark except the bottom strand. The bottom strand was the only one off. So what he did is he unplugged that one, and those fuses were blown. He unplugged the next one, strand 3, those ones were blown. So what I told him to do is go get an extension cord and start unplugging them from the bottom until you find it. Luckily, strand number 4, he went to strand number 5 and he plugged it in, and it worked. Actually, he went up to about 6 or 7 strands, unplugged them and plugged them in. So once they all worked, nothing blown. Then what he did is he kept coming down, and when he got to that number 4 strand, no matter what he did, it kept blowing the fuses in them. And so that number 4 strand was bad. Now, he didn't look, but I would figure that either the resistor was probably gone bad, and it had shortened out the 3 fuses below that. So he actually just got rid of all 3 of them and then replaced those bottom 3 and went up with it. But what happened is that if that resistor goes bad in there, I don't know if I can see a resistor on this tree or not, but if that resistor goes bad, then that can cause you to do it. And the resistor is that little oblong looking thing. It's green and it's about that long, and if that goes bad, then that's what caused those shorted lights to come out of there. But again, that is an issue that he had, and he was texting me, calling me frantic of, I got to replace all these lights. And I'm like, no, go unplug and start unplugging and plugging in until you get all the lights on. And then from there up, you're probably good. And I even said the last one that don't turn on is probably the bad one. And it was. And so that's just a little tip you can do. This was year 2, not year 1, year 2. And usually that's when stuff goes bad, is year 2 and year 3. Minis don't last it up forever. I'm not actually at Dollywood. I'm here at the Christmas store here in Pigeon Forge. The incredible, let me see what the name of it is here. The incredible Christmas light place. I don't know if you can't see it. It's not focusing in on there, but that's where I'm at right now. So that's where I'm at. But yes, and here's the thing, guys. Take pride in your work. These trees all look beautiful. I want to show you this bush right here. Look at this bush right here. It's got a big old hole right here. It's got a big old hole right over there. That bush, somebody didn't give 2 craps about that bush. Take pride in your work. That's stuff that will go a long way, is when you take pride in your work. These bushes here look amazing. This tree here looks amazing. That bush over there, it kind of looks crappy. Take pride in your work, guys. That's things that can set you apart. Yes, you're going to have to put more lights in there. Yes, you'll have to do that stuff. But take pride in your work. Just those little extra steps can make it look amazing. Again, if you need Christmas lights, go check out either christmaslightshelp.com and you can go to supplies there and you'll find all the lights there, or you can go to christmaslights.io and you can find the lights there. You can go to really cheap christmaslights.com. Sometimes that link works, sometimes it don't. I don't understand. If you go through it on my website and it's not working, refresh it and it'll work. I don't know. Stupid technology. You know how that goes. If you need a free website for Christmas, if you join the membership, you will get a free Christmas light website, and it looks amazing. Since I ain't got no more questions, I'm going to jump off here. But, here's one other thing I wanted to hit on. This is important. This is probably more important than anything I've talked about so far. And I read this today, and it broke my heart. It really did. They're a Christmas light company. It starts with a B. I don't remember who they are exactly. And the husband, I believe it's the husband, fell off a ladder, had multiple broken ribs, has chest tubes in, has, what else was it? I think a broken back, bad shape. Safety, guys. If you're on a roof and you're going up on concrete or you're going up on a deck, have somebody foot your ladder. It's not worth falling off a roof. He was up 2 stories, and I don't even think he was on the roof. He was on a ladder. Remember, if you're up on this roof, if you're up on a ladder, safety is very important. I was up to 17 people watching this, and I'm down to 11. I want you to know that safety is important. It don't matter if you do a $20,000 job and you fall off this roof and you're laying in the hospital bed with chest tubes in you and you have multiple broken ribs. It don't matter. It don't matter. Be careful out there this season, guys. I don't want to hear no more of them tragic stories. Usually every year somebody dies during Christmas night. Make sure that's not you. I want to make sure that that's not you that falls off that roof and dies. It's serious. Don't do sketchy shit. That's what I'm going to say. If it's sketchy, don't do it. If you're not comfortable up there, don't do it. It's not worth you falling off a roof and having chest tubes in and having all of those things in there. Use rubber bungees to tie the ladder to the gutter. Yes, make sure you don't knock the ladder over. There's lots of tools out there. The Ridge Pro that we can put a harness on. The goat, the pitch hoppers, the cougar poles. But at the end, if you're not, even with all of that, if you're not comfortable up on that roof, don't do it. If we're up on the ladder, don't be reaching over. I just need that one little bit more. Need more safety video, tie-offs, how to use a harness. Got that like that. I do have some of that. Actually, we made some of those that was going to be in the university, and I haven't gotten them up yet. And I even have some on mine. I even have some on this Christmas Light YouTube channel. Because safety, if you fall off, guys, it's not worth it. It really is not. And a lot of times we think, and we get cocky, we get complacent, and we think that all we need to do is just this little bit, and we do something stupid and we fall off the roof. Don't be that person. I hate paying money to people's GoFundMe because their loved one has fallen off a roof and I have to give them money. It's not that I love giving money away to those people, but I also don't want that to be you. I really don't. It is dangerous stuff. When we're up here on these roofs, it is dangerous. And I want you to remember that. Keep that in the back of your head. Yes, can we make amazing money? Absolutely. If we fall off a ladder, it does us no good. If your employee, how horrible are you going to feel if one of your employees falls off a roof because you don't have the right safety gear, you don't have the right tie off for them, and they fall off a roof? Now, how are you going to feel? Not alone all the lawsuits that get to come toward your way too, but I'm not even worried about the lawsuits. Don't fall off a roof. It's really not worth falling off. A lift for 30 days is less than $100 a day. That's 100% true. 100% true. And it's worth every penny of it. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but I'm going to keep beating a dead horse because I want to make sure you come home to your family. If you don't come home to your family, what good does it do? What good does it do? You have 10 broken ribs, chest tubes, collapsed lung, broken back, broken legs, dead. That's probably the better option sometimes. And that ain't even a good option. I don't want that option for you. So make sure that you stay safe, guys. Don't do sketchy stuff. Don't do sketchy stuff. That's what I'm going to keep saying. Don't do sketchy stuff. You do sketchy stuff, and sketchy stuff will catch up with you. That is a guarantee. 100% guarantee. Sketchy stuff will catch up with you. So, again, you can go check out christmaslights.io. You can go check out christmaslightshelp.com. You can go check out reallycheapchristmaslights.com. And just be careful out there, guys. Don't let this busy season fall and you get hurt. It's not a good thing. Don't let one of your employees fall and get hurt. And I know there's things that, we got to teach them and show them. And it's, making sure that we don't do the stupid stuff. Well, I'm going to jump off here because nobody's asking any questions. I did want to hit on that safety because it's not worth $1,000. It's not worth $10,000. That dude's hospital bills are going to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you think a $10,000 roof is worth doing a little sketchy shit for a $100,000 bill, just remember that. Just remember that, you know, a $100,000 hospital bill is not worth a $10,000 job of a sketchy $10,000 job. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So with that said, I'm going to jump off here because this is, like I said, this is my trip with my wife down here. Thanks for all the videos you put out, and I hope you guys enjoy Pigeon Forge. I'm going to go get some dessert. Oh, I know what else I was going to hit on. So being down here in Pigeon Forge, we went to eat breakfast this morning, and the breakfast tip was on there was when a rectifier fails, does it send over voltage to the next strand? No, usually it'll send it back down to the first strand and pop those fuses. So what happened is we ate breakfast and they gave me an option to tip 15, 18, or 20%. Now, I'm all about packages. I'm all about making people more money. We went to eat at a little bit nicer restaurant tonight, and the tip on there was 18%, 20%, or 25%. Now, who do you think's going to make more money at the end of the day? The person with the 3 packages that are all low, or the person with the packages that are all higher than normal? Think about that. I'll give 25% if you're giving me good service. I'll give you the best tip. If you're the best tip at the 20%, you're only going to get you miss out 5%. And you might not think 5% is a lot, but you add up 5% over and over and over, you're missing out on a lot of money. So, you know, when we're doing packages, make sure we're not the $99 guy as our bottom package. That's what I'm getting at. Make sure we're not at $99 guys at our bottom package. And that's whether we're doing Christmas lights, we're doing pressure washing, we're doing any service business. You know, so if you offer tips, that's another thing. If you have a spot that you can offer tips, I know a lot of people are using Jobber and a couple of different other ones that don't, but I know Yardbooks does, a couple of them do. If you can offer a spot for tips, people will give you tips for installing Christmas lights. They will. And then they'll give, I've had a $400 tip off of a $3,500 Christmas light installed. He gave me and my employee $200 each for tip on top of doing the job. So make sure if you can offer a tip spot, people will tip you. So just remember that. So that's the way that you can grow your business and put more money in your pocket and put more money into marketing and put more money into more Christmas lights and everything else. And Crazy Bill said it was awesome. So it was awesome. $400. So with that said, I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to try to start doing more videos this next couple of weeks. So definitely check out, keep an eye out on my Christmas light channel. I'm going to probably try to do some marketing, some different things of helping you grow your business. Again, hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you all later.